Nice.
Were you filming that?
Yep.
Yeah, I got it.
It's April 12th, 2025. It's my first trip of the year, and we are here and heading our way on to Government Trailhead in the Grand Gulch Cedar Mesa area, and we're gonna check out some ancient ruins, and we're gonna hike all the way from maybe Polly's Canyon. We'll drop down there and then take Grand Gulch all the way south. I'm with my friend Joey from My Own Frontier. Great dude, and we're here to tackle the canyons. We're also going to meet a friend, Layne's World, Layne. So it's going to be a first time meeting him. Super excited. Well, better pull off to the side of this crazy Subaru driver. And then we're about maybe 25 minutes away from our destination. It's a little windy, overcast, 70 degrees. It's perfect. Take it right. Okay. And then, yeah, we're just cruising these roads and getting ready to start our trip. It's going to be 7 nights, maybe 6 nights ideally, but you never know. And then, like I said, we're going to head south through Grand Gulch to Shangri-La, and then try to get it back to the vehicles in a 7-day stretch. So we will post back up with you once we get to the trailhead. Oh, oh, oh. Alright, and we are on our way down from the Government Trailhead, and we're just out on the shelf, great views, and in the distance, see the bear's ears right there. No idea what any of this is. big, man. That's awesome. Beautiful. Hard to see him, but I guess got our first panel. Pictographs. Made it to the bottom 3 miles later, and just need camp. Joey beat us as usual, but we just need camp and some food, and then tomorrow is a whole new mystery. All right, start day number 2, and kind of came down from the Government Trailhead, and found this nice little sandy bench area, camped there for the night. Beautiful warm evening. Stars, moon was super bright. I think today we're going to go ultimately down south, down Canyon, down Grand Gulch, see how far we can make it past all these. A lot of people here so far, see if we can get further away from them. But then we may try to go up this way, and there's Polly's Canyon right yonder. So we're gonna go visit that and see if we can find some ruins, some relics, panels, you name it. So so far we're having a good time. Beautiful camp spot. Right here, we got. That's cool. Well, it's got rock in the middle, but right there you can see kind of an arch. Okay, we made it from the bottom to the top. It's right here. And we're just following this clip band. We're gonna go this way till we see anything. Alright, so I don't got much battery left, but I think we found some old ruins. Let's see if I can get a closer look. Look at this retaining wall here. I have no idea if that's the significance of anything. You can see we're high up. Alright, so here's a closer look at I think we're looking at some kivas, possibly a granary, but look at the way they had structured their door. They would have had some kind of layer of vegetation, wood structure as a roof, and look at the way they made the doors, where they had to walk. Good rule of thumb is not to touch any of these things, so that's not what I'm gonna do, because I would break something. But yeah, there's still some right over that way beyond Joey, so we're gonna go check those out. But you can see some of the fingerprints along the mud that they used to build the walls. We lost Layne. Hopefully we find him. And we found some pottery shards. Oh, look at that. I'm assuming this is this is an actual kiva. Look at the color on there. And you can see the fingerprints. That's just incredible. Again, do not touch, Jason. Leave alone. But here's their little door. Oh, wow, look at that. I want to get a closer look, but that's awesome. See, they have a little beam stretched across top and then layer sticks and wood and vegetation. I don't know, would they sleep in there? Oh, they even had a little shelf. Look at that. They had shelving. Another shot of the kiva from above. And you can tell that they just took a bunch of mud and they just stacked it all the way around inside. Black markings. I don't know if they used fire to burn up the walls. They had ventilation. That's what the holes are for. Come back here and was able to find a pot shard, however you want to call it, and we're just making our way along this cliff, and we were just up in there. These rocks block you out from climbing the rest, but there's multiple structures above us, and then you got this big nice one. I just love to get in that one. You can see all the black char from fires, and they put a stick, a big tree, has to be a tree, from the cliff to the roof. I'm like, what was that for? All right, we packed up camp. Now we are gone back to camp, first of all. And we packed up. Everything's all cleaned out. And we checked out Polly's Canyon. That was good. I had a good time. Definitely saw some beautiful cliff dwellings, and no rock art or anything like that. Found a granary. But yeah, we're just gonna head down Grand Gulch now and see what else we can find. Alright, this is a big pour off down in Grand Gulch, and down there it's a big pool, probably the size of they have in a backyard. It looks deep, you can't even see the bottom. Also, I thought it was going to be clear water to swim in. Definitely not going to swim in that. Brown, gross water. But yeah, we're gonna make it down further. The boys are over there making their way down, and we're gonna head for these cottonwoods down the canyon. Looks like there's some more water right over here. Someone also had an illegal fire. Can't have fires here. All right, gonna fill up some water. Psych. I want to make my worst enemy drink out of that. Alright. Night number 2. We're right here at the big pour off. Got a nice little camp spot right in some sand, and there's some rocks to sit on. We got a nice sunset going on right there. right there. So got clear skies and it's beautiful weather. And get a good moon. It's gonna light up this whole area. It's almost like a stadium feeling. Got some water. Today we dropped from camp and made a couple miles down here towards, to Big Pour Off, and we're gonna try and get past Collins Trail tomorrow, Collins Canyon, and then get as far as, I think it is the Narrows. So not sure how far we're gonna make it, but saw those ruins this morning. There's ruins littered the entire way, left to right. I'm sure we've missed a lot because it's so brushy in here. It's kind of hard to see over, the wash and where you're primarily walking. So, but nonetheless, it's gorgeous. We're having a good time, drinking some beers. A couple of us are cowboy camping. Not me. I'm not as brave, but maybe one of these nights we'll get that in. So, well, hope for a good night. All right, here's another look of our camp. Again, we stayed at Big Pour Off. Right here, you can't really tell, but water comes down, shoots down in here. This whole area floods. Obviously, it didn't flood last night, but we're up on this high embankment over here. You see all these tree debris. So at some point, it floods so much that this whole basin, you can even see trees lined up across there, floods so high, all pours off on the edge here in these rocks. And then it's a good 15 feet down to this other section of pour off, and this kind of keeps on going down the canyon. But yeah, 15 miles to Shaw Arch from where we're at. There's another shot of that big pour off section. So yeah, water rips down from there and comes barreling into this hole, literally an abyss. Can't see the bottom. Can't see the bottom. Don't fall in there.
Look at all these things, dude.
There's millions of caterpillars.
Look at them.
They're crawling all over the wall.
What?
They're everywhere. They hatch from their cocoons from the trees and they fall onto the ground.
This place is covered with them.
Yeah, they're just everywhere.
I got it.
So we figured out on his handy dandy gadget, Layne's phone, that these are the southwestern tainted
Southwestern tent caterpillar moth.
southwestern tent caterpillar moth. So all these little caterpillars are going to be moths. And there's so many of them, you can hear them all just crawling around. That's how many there are. Sounds like they're falling from the trees. Or it's raining. Joey is currently under attack by we got most of them off.
There's a huge one on his leg right here. Hold on.
Oh, they will
There's
eat
one
him
down
alive.
on your shoe. Get the flesh right from
All
his
over
bone,
your
on
elbows. They're like Velcro.
Yeah, they got a good grip on your shirt, I guess. Yeah, you might have to peel him off.
It was cool until it was not.
That's what I was saying. I had to get the fuck out of there. Yeah, look at all these up top, man. They kind of blend in.
Yeah, and they're probably all just climbing down my calf. see, I just spotted, there's a ruin right on this, not this one, but this one. You can see a ruin with a tower above it. All right, so we've passed Deer Canyon, and now we've gotten out of the canyon in Grand Gulch and kind of hit this high spot, staying above the canyon. A lot of cactus and pokey things, but our next stop is Bannister Spring. I think we'll just take a break, and several cliff dwellings along the way, of course. So it's endless in here, so it's pretty thick. Alright, another close-up of, or an attempt of a close-up. Some more ruins. Try and get a little bit closer. That's cool. Alright, so here we are, and I have no idea how you'd get up there. Possibly a ladder, and then it looks like there might be some smoky holes up there, but you can see some of the black char on the roof. The one in the middle, it's incredible.
There might be a small opening in the front, yeah. Perhaps. Yeah, I'm not quite high enough to see it entirely.
Woo. A double-walled kiva with an intact roof and a large open activity area. While the kiva roof is very delicate, it is in excellent condition. That's what I was going to say. I mean, I don't know if I've ever seen one so perfectly, nothing's broken away. It's like all sealed up.
Yeah.
Super cool. Back, and all I could see was that thing like sticking up.
I was going to say there's handprints everywhere in here.
Lots of.
And it says they think there was a natural access to this that's fallen away.
Yeah, I could see that rock slide, probably taking that off. Yeah, I didn't even see those little handprints. Those are small.
Yeah, they are small. That's crazy.
BLM placed a barrier around the kiva in Midden in 2003 to protect the fragile parts of this site. Please respect this closure, and please do not lean against the walls or attempt to climb into the kiva. In the upper level, there are 2 or 3 jackal, which is a wattle and daub. I have no idea what that means. Structures.
Wattle and daub is like mud and wood or something.
Okay.
I think something like that.
I learned something.
Mud and something.
Yeah, that's.
This is gorgeous. Yeah. This is awesome. Woo. We are back in Caterpillar Falls. They are falling from the trees above us. The sound you hear? Sound of caterpillars. Get out of here before I get engulfed. And like my friend Layne here says, they can, when they're brand new and freshly born, they can engulf a cow in less than 15 minutes. Like piranhas. That's right. Alright, so we've met the junction of Collins Canyon, and back there is False Canyon. So we are continuing south and find a camp spot for the night. It's about 4 o'clock. Alright, night number 3. We are camped here at this beautiful location just before the Narrows and just after Collins Canyon. And we made it here basically from Big Pour Off, where we camped last night. Didn't kind of going at our own pace, not really rushing anything, just kind of enjoying the views. Right now we got a beautiful sunset going on, and hoping that these clouds get some color, some purple, pinks. So yeah, beautiful day today. We made it to a cliff dwelling in Akiva. Took a nap, ate some jelly beans, and we just hung out there, cool shade for a couple hours. Definitely had a good time. A lot of cool things to check out. Some of the things are hard to find. Some of the pictographs, are kind of tucked away and kind of have to work to get to, obviously. But some of them are right off the trail, and you can hike to, visually see them, which is nice, which is what we had today. So hopefully, I don't know what we're going to find tomorrow. There's a couple of things, there's a pictograph, I think red, white, and blue. There's also a couple granaries, ruins down Grand Gulch. Possibly could get to red, white, and blue tomorrow. Not quite sure. I think we're going to try and make it past Water Canyon. So we'll see what happens with that. But as of right now, I had dinner and I chose to sleep under the stars. They convinced me to. So they held me against my will. And that's what I'm going to do under a deadly caterpillar tree. So we'll see what happens. And so this is where I'm sleeping tonight. First time cowboy camping. Joey did it last night and he's doing it again tonight. Layne is going to be sleeping up there where there's a ledge, kind of tucked away, but really nice and dry up there. Joey's a mountain goat and made his way on top of the canyon over there. Looking for ancient artifacts. But we're starting to get a little bit of a sky. Got that sweet rock over there. That's going to give way any day. And then there is a rock that looks like Mexican hat, but it's not Mexican hat. Beautiful canyon. I mean, a campsite with this rock. Huge boulder in the middle of the wash. Right there. Another nice little picture. But yeah, it's incredible. All these gnats are getting all over me.
both Avalanche Creek and Lake Utah, if I remember correctly, like Indian people.
The Narrow. Day number 4, and we are just packed up from camp and heading towards the narrowest part of the section of our trip. So we're excited, whoa, to see what all entails on the map that said narrows. So far we have found one narrow and hope to discover more. Stay tuned.
Slide down the rock.
Yeah, look at, we found this panel with people. Looks like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 people, and hundreds of hands. And look at these beautiful flowers. How did they get up there?
There must have been a ledge here that's just kind of deteriorated.
They're all.
And I'd imagine just a huge chunk of this is up
They're all the way up there. I mean,
but quite a few handprints.
all the way up here too.
Just keeps going.
Just how did they get up that high? That's at least
Look at that, up under that overhang.
25 feet. 20 feet maybe. Wow.
lines here. And the rock, the colors, the shapes. Yeah!
Nice.
Were you filming that?
Yep.
Yeah, I got it.
Found some handprints up in the wall right there, up in the wall right there, and you can tell by them it's pretty high up there.
So, set it on the side. And it rain, clear it up.
All right, so we found a nice little spring just before Water Canyon. Filled up some water. Now we're just gonna probably take a little break. But nice, steady stream.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. So where we're gonna go?
And we're gonna go that way, through the trees.
In the canyon? No, I keep hearing about it. No, and I want to do it, but I have not done it yet. No. For urban butter rice.
Urban butter.
Urban butter rice, yeah. It's one of the best ones.
Yeah.
People are trying to tell you so different. You start seeing how different
Yeah, lots of different.
Okay, well, I think we found camp number 4, tucked away in this little canyon. Got a nice little boulder up there. We're gonna just stay up on this bench up here, sandy bench. Hopefully get a good sunset, as usual. Yeah, made a few miles today, and found some good water. So, saw some good pictographs too, so hopefully tomorrow will be the same. Anyways, we'll see you tomorrow. Okay, day number 5. We are just between Water Canyon and Red Man Canyon on Grand Gulch, continuing south. We're gonna pass Shaw Arch at some point today, and then camp outside of, possibly inside of, Shangri-La. Not entirely sure. Kind of a cloudy morning so far. It's pretty beautiful in temperature. And I'm up here on a cliff and overlooking camp. That's where we stayed last night. We cowboy camped again. It's my second night, so it's perfect weather for it. And yeah, this is our spot. So hear the birds all night with frogs, and we heard a screech owl. There's been a few peregrine falcons flying above us.
Gotta get my dirt out of my shoes. Oh, that was Lister Medic. Alright, I think they're good now. Yeah, absolutely. Pretty good sized bird.
There's Shaw Arch. All its wonder. Alright. Shaw Arch. It's a nice little camping spot here. Beautiful surroundings. More handprints. Can't imagine those lasted for so long, thousands of years. Having a little lunch stop over here at Shaw Arch, and we are surprised by some pictographs and petroglyphs. This whole panel, you can see this one has white, blue, red, little stick figure. Corn cobs. See in the stone there where they grinded other grains, knives, cutting utensils, even some more pictographs. So this rock has obviously been here for a while. Some more. Yeah, this is probably a big hub. Lots of people were here. Handprints with swirls in it. They just keep on going on. Little white bars. Wonder what that represents. Okay, just made our way out of, I guess we'll call it Shaw Canyon. And Shaw Arch is just right over there. And we are going to continue down the Grand Gulch. Next stop, what is it? It's called Shangri-La. Shangri-La. That's where we're going. Hopefully we get a cloud.
Like an eagle would love that.
And it's like juicy and moist next.
Yeah. Okay, so it's hot and we're nearly to Shangri-La, so we are currently looking for camps. I'm kind of getting my ass kicked out here, but I'm not too far behind. It's just, man, this sun, when it gets here, you see it. And I have water, I have lots of water. It's just 90 degrees and you're walking in, you know, soft sand all day. It just wears you out. So hopefully next time you see me, I'm in a nice shady patch with sand and fresh drinking water. Currently on Shangri-La, and we're looking for our next campsite, our second to last campsite. We left Grand Gulch. It was beautiful while it lasted. Now I'm ready for a change. Joey says there's a spring 10 minutes ahead, so that's where we're walking, and find camp from there. Somehow get up here. Rock and roll. An oasis in a desert. Found some water. Good water too. Camp night number 5. And we're somewhere around the first bend. Shangri-La, right at the spring, just beyond our two friends over there. But they're probably pointing in the wrong direction. But anyways, nice clean water. We're gonna fill up for tomorrow, and we head up Shangri-La up onto Polly's Mesa. So beautiful canyon. We did experience some very heavy heat, to say the least, and definitely took a nap. We took a break, and we didn't see any kind of. We did see some pictographs today while at Shaw Arch. That was pretty cool. Incredible to be there, take a lunch break for an hour and a half, and kind of experience that whole area. I mean, definitely a place they would come and commune and hang out, because all the pictographs, it just showed like there's a lot of people. All the grinding on the tables, on the rock, yeah, definitely crazy to see a civilization. I love my experience here, so I'll definitely come back here anytime. Grand Gulch was incredible. I think we got one more day, and then, like I said, be up on top of Polly's Mesa and probably camp one more night, and then hike the road back to the car at Government Trailhead. Well, I don't know if we're gonna take the Water Canyon Trail back or try to find a way out of Sri Lanka. Shangri-La. Sri Lanka. Shangri-La. But yeah, check out the view. Night number 5, sleeping in this little sandy cubby. Day 6, heading up Shangri-La and see if we can find a good camp spot. Shangri-La has lots of water. Cleanest water that we've seen on the trip. Alright, so we've met the section of Shangri-La where we head out. We're gonna head out through this canyon. Seems like the main wash continues on this way, but we're gonna cut off to the left fork. So from here you can kind of see our exit point. Above the guys, we're going to follow a little trail, and it's going to gradually just kind of seep up. Whether it's behind this big rock that's in front of us or on the right side of it, I do not know. But this is our last look of this beautiful canyon of Shangri-La. Windy day. That's alright. I've had 4 days of heat. Alright, so we made it from the bottom, Shangri-La. Now we are on our way to the top. We go around this corner, find our way out. Beautiful. It's beautiful. Oh, look at that. Gotta go right up this crack.
Pad.
Catching?
Yeah. Catching and pulling me right back down. That was
Tricky,
chill.
tricky spot, huh?
That was chill. Thank you.
Nice. All right, so we're getting closer to the top. All you gotta do is get top of this ledge. You just gotta find a way there. So, looking for a way out of Shangri-La, and I think we're gonna try going up this wall. Careful, Joe.
Watch out for that rock.
Yes, sir. We made it. All right. Finally made it out. Navajo Mountain. A bunch of red cliffs. I would do that again for sure. Now we're gonna have to find some camp. Fritos. I don't know how you make that bag of Fritos last. I've been gone in like day 2.
So I had the
Okay. Alright, so that's the end of day 6. We got out of Shangri-La Canyon and basically we found camp. We didn't get very far from Shangri-La. We found a rock that had some shade and we took some cover from the sun because it was a little hot. It's also very windy. We're sure. There was no clouds at the time, but as you can tell, there's a large storm system coming. Whether that's going to hit us tonight or not, I have no idea. We are setting up tents. No more cowboy camping for us. I believe Layne is going to attempt the cowboy camp. I don't know. They can kind of see that we're posted in right down there. Behind that rock. It's actually giving us enough wind protection to help us sleep through the night. Hopefully, I'm hoping, just maybe, once the sun goes down, there'll be no wind. But I don't think those are going to happen. Hopefully, we'll see. But anyways, tomorrow we have to hike out of here. That's the end of our trip, day 7. And we're going to hike basically that direction until we hit a road that's going to take us back to the Government Trailhead. Okay, it's day number 7 and we're heading back to the truck, to the Jeep, and it's about 45 degrees. My camera keeps dying, so I don't know how much longer, but about 5, 6, maybe 7 miles to go. Right now we've at the junction of the Water Canyon Trailhead, so it's down that direction. Alright, we made it back to the car. Yeah, Layne's car. We still got a little bit of ways for the Jeep, but finally. All right, that was Grand Gulch and Cedar Mesa. That was an awesome time. Had a great time with some great friends. New friend Layne from Layne's World, and a good old buddy Joey, my own frontier. So wouldn't have done it this trip with anybody else. We basically started from this trailhead at Government Trailhead, and then head down to the Grand Gulch. We checked out Polly's Canyon, and along the way we saw several sites, cliff dwellings, relics, panels, and pictographs, petroglyphs, springs. I think one of my favorites, we also went by Shaw Arch, which is probably my favorite of the trip, and saw that whole panel of pictographs and petroglyphs. It was incredible. And then we made it down to Shangri-La, and we hiked out of Shangri-La yesterday and got out pretty much noon, and then took a 4-hour nap, found camp somewhere at a windy spot, less windy spot anyways. Got some rain overnight. It was cold, about 45 degrees from 10 o'clock at night to about 12 o'clock now. So, I mean, now it's starting to warm up, it's starting to snow and rain, but we're gonna go get a cheeseburger and a milkshake, and I'm gonna go get my back rubbed.
That's awesome.